Okay, guys, here we
30
are,
seconds.
back
Sorry,
on.
guys, we had a little delay. We got cut off on the broadcasting, but we're back. We're still on commercial. We're
Redo
going
your
live in about
page.
30 seconds,
Is that
okay?
your page, rehold the whole thing.
Started anew.
15 seconds.
Okay, are we good, JoJo? Are we
15
live?
seconds. 10. 5. 2.
Okay.
Welcome back to My Recovery Radio, my friends. This is Kent Paul, your host. I'm so blessed to have another day clean and sober. And we have a great show. We're talking to the doctor. We're talking to their recovery dentist doctor, and the official dentist of My Recovery Radio. Before I went to break, we're kind of just talking about the new year and the process of the power of dentistry and the story I had and how it actually helped my recovery and all essence of recovery. So what's another element of why it's so important from your perspective of having that healthy mouth when it comes to recovery? What's another element to that, Dr. Jamie?
You know what? It's really for total health. You know, when one doesn't feel good about themselves and can't eat proper nutrition, you know, you go through initial stages of recovery and there's, you know, diet blogs and you're trying to, you know, understand a little bit better about how to lead a healthy lifestyle. Well, it's a little difficult to, number one, eat healthy foods if you can't chew. So that's
right.
I mean,
That's important.
I mean, quite frankly, you can, you know, wolf down a Big Mac with no teeth, but
Right.
To eat a salad or to eat a wrap sandwich with chicken or nuts, you know, there's a lot of healthy fruits and vegetables that you just literally can't eat without teeth.
Right, absolutely.
So if you have to avoid certain foods, that certainly doesn't bode well for your overall health.
Wow, that's so important too. And like I said, I'm so grateful I broke out of that phobia of going to the dentist and how it's really actually changed my life in so many ways. And my experience with you guys, again, I want to say that on camera right here on Facebook Live. I want to say that live broadcasting. I tell you, I've never been around more gentle people and loving and kindly people, in essence of just understanding people who are struggling with addiction and all the sensitivities and the phobias, insecurities we have. And again, something is so simple as a dentist. It seems so petty. Like, what's wrong with you? No, it actually is a big deal. It's a big deal in so many ways. And you guys understand that. That's what I love about you guys.
You know what? It's absolutely critical. And we were just talking about that, Ken, is just doing things comfortably.
Right.
So I know in previous shows we've talked about, you know, our office and our feelings about narcotics and how we are, you know, our narcotic-free practice. But the way that starts and the way that you can actually, you know, not prescribe pain medications and know that you can do that safely is just by being gentle. You know, being gentle in your approach, being gentle with your cleanings, being gentle when you deliver Novocaine, being gentle in every single procedure.
Nice.
Because it's actually the trauma that causes pain.
Yeah, because I don't like pain.
Right.
I don't like pain.
The trauma of
That's
actually
what
the
keeps me from the
procedures,
dentist.
the procedures of working on the teeth and gums, the trauma of just doing the dentist's work causes trauma element to the actually health.
Right. So if you're gentle in your approach, if someone's not, you know, if you can relieve someone's stress and anxiety about being there by being, you know, gentle in your approach and calm and concerned.
Right.
And maybe offer a few other comfort-related things in the chair, whether it's a blanket or a pillow or just a few things to make the experience a little easier, nicer. It just dramatically changes one's experience in the office.
That's right, and that's what broke the phobia for me, is these kinds of elements. So what's a couple examples of the process? What would they expect? So they hear this broadcast, or watching on Facebook Live, they're hearing this live on the radio, and they actually step out. You're in Boynton Beach, Florida. Again, it's worth, somebody actually contacted me in Fort Lauderdale. I said, and I respond back to him, I said, brother, it is worth the drive to go from Fort Lauderdale to Boynton, I promise you, to have this experience. And so, in this process, what do they expect to come into your office?
Well, that's a great question. And the reality is that we are open to having patients come in just about any way somebody wants to come in. You know, sometimes people are very caught up in the formalities of whatever they feel has been their previous experience going to a dentist.
Right.
You know, I need to do this in order to do that, and I don't want to do this, so I can't come in. The reality is, if someone wants to get their teeth clean, sure enough, come on in, get your teeth clean. That's fine. Vic will take great care of you. We'll be comfortable. if someone has a chipped tooth, come on in. Let's evaluate it and see how we can help. If someone, there's a variety of different ways. Someone wants, you know what, I'm really serious. I want to get in. I need a cosmetic makeover. Well, come on in. Let's talk about it. We'll meet. We'll see. Eventually we'll go through a comprehensive process where we capture, records and X-rays and all that. But that's not the way that someone has to walk in the office. Everybody has something that's bothering them or a concern. Come on in. We'll address that.
Right. That's so awesome like that. So this is a worldwide broadcast now on Facebook Live, in the radio all over the world. So if people aren't in Florida, which most of our listeners may not be in Florida, what would you advise them on how do they find someone in this scope? I mean, they're not going to find anybody as good as you, but someone in the scope to get that step for that to oral health.
Sure. Well, that's a great question. And the first thing is just really focus on your own oral hygiene.
Oh.
That's there's been some recent
Brush and
articles-
floss, right?
You know what? It sounds silly, but that's really what it is. I know that there, different companies and everybody tries to come up with different ways to not floss. There's been articles on the news. Do you need to floss? Do you not need to floss? Well, the reality is you need to clean between your teeth, because anytime you do that, I guarantee you find food in there.
You know what
And it
changed my
shouldn't
life
be there.
also, Dr. Jamie, is that you don't have to use those long, stupid strips that you pull out and cut and rah, 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 between your teeth.
Oh, yeah,
they have
those
those,
things.
they have
Little
those
toothpicks.
single little toothpick type floss. What do you
Yeah,
call those things?
those are great.
Yeah, like the flossers.
The flossers.
Flossers.
Those
Flossers are fantastic.
no.
Yeah.
That was like a
Flosser.
heaven sent. And I actually like laying in bed at night. Really weird. I know this is one of my things. And I get one of those little flosser deals. Those little single flossers.
Right.
And I'll sit there winding down, 11 o'clock or whatever, after the radio show, whatever else I eat and whatever. And I sit there and I'll sit there and I'll actually enjoy flossing my teeth with those little pick things,
Yeah.
Wow, what a great invention. So back in the day, we didn't have those.
Sure.
And I didn't
they had toothpicks and other things, but anything to clean between your teeth, we'll take it.
Yes,
to
I love that. So there's no
get
excuse.
the junk out of there. No, there's
Yes.
no excuse not to clean your teeth properly. And if you're worried about what toothbrush, go get a $5 electric toothbrush. It's gonna do better.
$5?
Sure, they have $5 ones.
Really?
I prefer the fancier ones,
Yeah,
but
of course.
an electric one is just gonna do better than your hands can do. That's pretty much what
So
it is.
those electric ones really do make a difference than the old standard, just scrub it.
In my opinion, they do.
Because it
if
vibrates
you ever
and-
pick them up and they move around, inevitably they're gonna take more, plaque and debris off your teeth.
Right. Oh, I love that. So how can people get a hold of you, Dr. Jamie, to start this process? There's so many. I get contact a lot from people about in this regard, and so everyone who's followed the advice and seen the ads and seen the banners, whatever else. Here, you come on the show once a month, so it's amazing. Everyone I've talked loves this process. How do people get a hold of you?
Sure. Well, a good way to catch me is at recoverydentistry.com. You can go on my website. There's a tremendous wealth of information. There's, got to be, 30 articles up there about a variety of topics related to dentistry and all aspects of recovery. You can also check me out on my main practice site, drjamiealexander.com, and hear what patients have to say. That's really what you can see.
Okay, great. And his banner is on my website also, guys. So you can go to myrecoveryradio.com, myrecoveryradio.com. His banner and his link is there. You just click on that and it'll go right to his website as well, so you can contact him there. What's a good phone number, just in case people like phone numbers?
Sure, absolutely. My telephone number is 561-732-8877. Also, you can catch me on Facebook, all other social media sites, which will be, certainly linked on my website as well, and on Kent's website.
Yeah, what's that phone number one more time?
561-732-8877.
Awesome.
RecoveryDentistry.com.
Because he is the recovery dentist, and he is the official dentist of My Recovery Radio. Because I love this doctor. High five, brother.
All right.
Woo! You love this doctor. I'm
Okay.
telling you guys, he is your man. I am here. I'm putting my reputation on the line here as the host of My Recovery Radio, worldwide radio and broadcasting. And I'm telling you, you are not going to be disappointed in this man. I'm going to say this. I promise. Woo-hoo, I hate it. I promise you, you're going to like this man. You can go to him and get the care you want.
So after the show, I'm going to make an appointment, Dr. Jamie.
Yes,
Very
thank
good.
you.
Good
That's
care.
AJ. That's right. All of you should. So, and then coming up after the break, you're going to hear the one and only Liz. Don't call her Elizabeth. Don't call her Elizabeth. Call her Liz. I made that mistake tonight. And she is the founder of Horses Healing Hearts. Wow. And I personally experienced her program this last weekend. This is Monday, so I was out there on Saturday, was it? A couple days ago. And I actually witnessed the therapy with the kids. I was on the horses with the kids, took some pictures with them, and I actually pet a horse. That was wow. I actually pet a horse. Wow.
Horses are fantastic.
Horses are, I get it. I get it. All the people who love horses and they get horse property in Wellington, Florida out here, all the horse property. And now I'm starting to understand why people fall in love with horses. And that's really like, they actually fall in love with them. I didn't get it until I went out there with Liz 2 days ago, and I didn't even ride the horse. I kind of want to ride it next time. But I didn't even ride the horse. I actually was just around it. I was petting it. I pounded his nose. I just the essence of that. So you're going to come up. You're going to listen to Liz at Horses Healing Hearts right after the break on My Recovery Radio. Stay tuned and go to Facebook Live all over the world right now at My Recovery Radio. God bless.
Awesome.
Doctor. Yeah.
Very cool.
Good segment.
Woo,
Yes,
good.
very
Good. Okay.
Okay.
So are we live over here? Okay, guys. So
Live.
come on over here, JoJo. So, guys, I'm telling you, I will not leave you astray. If you're in Florida, now I know a lot of listeners right now are all over the country, all over the world. I know I'm in 16 countries right now. So if you're in Philippines, Taiwan, Brazil, Canada, and all you guys, I love you. But if you're in Florida, I'm telling you, it's going to be worth your time to go see him. I'm not just saying that. And the whole essence of a nice smile and breath and the healthy elements of oral health to increase your stamina, increase your confidence when you actually go into places of getting an interviewed job, employer. And let's face it, if you're single and you're dating, well, you want to freshen up and kind of get that confidence, right? I mean, that's a big deal. Can you imagine you walk into a room and have a first date? They look great. They're beautiful. They're hot. They're sexy. Whatever. You go down. Hey, nice to meet you. Oh, can you imagine that? Done. I'm sorry. I will not go on another date. It's not going to work out.
How about if you're smoking half a pack of cigarettes a day and you got tobacco stains in between all your teeth and people think you're missing teeth? You know, that happens a lot.
Oh, wow. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, tobacco stains the teeth tremendously. And I don't care how fancy an electric toothbrush you have, it just doesn't take it off.
No, that's a good point too, because I mean, most people, especially early in recovery, smoke. They just do. Most people smoke cigarettes in recovery, drink coffee, chew tobacco. I chewed tobacco way back in my early recovery also. Now, I haven't chewed tobacco at all in about 9 years, but I chew. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. You get that stain in between your teeth.
Yeah.
And from a distance, it's like is that guy missing teeth?
Is he missing a tooth? Right, yeah.
I'm like, man, that guy needs to be in the hillbilly bang the sticks. So those things make a big difference. I didn't even think about the stain.
Yeah.
And actually, from a distance.
From a distance, if it's heavy tobacco
Yeah,
stains, it
black.
looks like
You're missing teeth.
looks like you're missing a tooth.
Yes, oh, wow. So, guys, and also, I know Vicky Prince out there is watching us right now.
Right.
Vicky
Yes.
Prince, I love you. You're awesome.
It's the best.
I can't believe how gentle you were when you cleaned my teeth.
Aw.
I got out of the chair, and I was really confused. Like, wait a minute, you're not done, are you?
And guess what? Vicky says she's ready for AJ. That's what her
No.
comment
Oh,
said. She said, ready for you, AJ. We got you, Vicky. That's
Okay.
cool.
AJ, what do you got to say about that?
Okay, Vicky, I'm coming. It's not a pretty sight, but we'll work together and we'll fix it.
Okay, we got Jill from Kansas. Hi, Jill.
Hi, Jill.
Hey, Joe, what's
Welcome from
up?
Kansas.
Okay, so let's see. Where are you guys watching from tonight? Sorry that we had to take it down and come back up. We had a little bit of difficulty, but where are you guys? Hit me up and say where you're watching from tonight. Would you guys do that? And let's see some activity so we know we're not the only ones out there. I think we have 10 people watching. Hey, Jill. Hey, Joanne Miller, you out there tonight? I saw you earlier on the first feed. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, Anthony joined. There he is. Okay,
All right, 30 seconds.
30 seconds till we're live.
Okay, this is you. You got the show now.
See what we got going
20
on.
seconds.
Cindy. Jamie Alexander's watching.
Yeah, why not?
I think
Yeah.
St. Paul's watching too. I'm not sure.
10,
We're going live right now, guys.
5,
Leslie and Ocala. Hi, Leslie.
2.
Boom.
Welcome back to My Recovery Radio, my friends. Before we went to break, we were just finishing up with the recovery dentist, Dr. Jamie Alexander. Had a great segment with him, just kind of talking about the important elements of good oral hygiene and a good breath, good teeth, and all the elements that go into good, healthy dentistry. Now we're switching gears into the main topic of tonight, and the topic is using animals in our recovery, especially horses. And my very special guest, she is the keynote guest of this evening. Her name is Liz O, and she is the founder of Horses Healing Hearts, which I was at over this last week, and I talked about it before the last break, and I had an amazing experience with your kids in the therapy session, the horses. And can you tell our listeners a little bit more about what is Horses Healing Hearts?
Absolutely. I started this group about 7 years ago, and the goal is to help children of alcoholics and addicts through horses, and we also have support groups. One thing, we're the only one in the nation that is doing it at this time, and it's incredible. These kids, we help about 60 kids a weekend, and one thing that people don't understand about children of addiction is when they grow up in that environment, they learn don't talk, don't trust, don't feel. And no one had to teach them that.
That's
they
so
just
true.
figured it out.
That's so true.
And as a
Yes.
result, they stuff all their feelings. That's how they survive. So what I didn't know, and I actually found out by accident after I started the program, was horses are naturally given, their limbic system of their brain is larger than ours, so that's the feeling portion of your brain. Their ability to sense intentions, and when people, if they're showing something on their face that doesn't match in their gut, they're going to know instantly. So we say if their insides and their outsides don't match.
And horses can sense that.
They know instantly. And we tell the kids, it's the same way as, like, you know how we say dogs can smell fear?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
horses can sense when your insides and your outsides don't match.
Wow.
So we tell
It's like
the
you're
kids,
hiding your feelings or something, right?
Exactly.
You're just not being genuine. You feel a certain way, but you're acting another because you're masking really what's going on inside you. And horses can sense that, and then the horses will just kind of, they just won't connect with
yeah,
you.
they don't.
Okay,
they don't
that's
trust
amazing.
you. Yeah,
That
it
is
is.
That's
amazing,
amazing.
isn't it?
I
Yeah.
just blew me away.
It
Yeah.
is.
You
And
just
it's
blew me
the-
away.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, it's the only animal that can do that. But I was telling Kent this story earlier. We had a little girl the one time. I'll never forget this. We were explaining about the dog thing and the horse, and she raised her hand and she goes, "What if you've forgotten how to feel?" She was about 13.
Wow.
And I just kind of took a breath and I looked at her and I said, "You know what? Don't worry about it. Come back. You'll get there." So about the third time she comes back, first, second time, everything's okay, but no aha moments. The third time she comes back, I approach her from behind and she's brushing the horse's mane or his neck, and I see her shoulders like she's crying. I can tell from her back moving.
Oh.
And I come up to her and I said, what's going on? Are you okay? And she looks at me and she's got tears falling down her face, and she's almost trying to, almost hyperventilating because she's trying to hold them back. And she looks at me and she says, "Miss Liz, they're coming so fast," meaning her feelings. And she goes, "I can't even tell you what they all are."
That's beautiful.
She said, "It's almost like the floodgate just opened." And I said, "Babe, of course it did. You think of how long that you've stuffed these feelings." So about mid-sentence, she's saying that. She looks at me and she looks at the horse's eye and she said, "Are my tears upsetting him?"
Are my tears upsetting the
him,
horse?
Yeah.
But you can imagine if you're a little girl, that's a good question.
Well, it is,
I
but-
wouldn't know if my emotions would
But
affect the horse.
think about that. If you grow up in an alcoholic home, that codependent behavior is,
Right.
how is everybody else around me? It's not how am I. It's, is dad mad? Is mom mad?
Right.
Is he drunk? Do I have to get the house clean or I'm going to get in trouble? I have to get my sister ready for school tomorrow or blah, blah, blah. So she instantly had that codependent behavior, and it hit me, and I thought for a minute, and I said, no. I said, your hidden tears would upset him because you wouldn't be being genuine. But the tears you're crying, he's very okay with that. And to that, she cried a little more. And after, at the end, she came up to me and she said, "I have to tell you, I don't feel completely better," but she said, "I feel lighter." And to me, that was such a neat indicative statement, because here you have somebody that doesn't even know if she can feel feelings again, and then to be able to get connected enough in one session that she comes back and can tell you that she feels lighter in her body. after sharing those emotions. That's huge.
That's beautiful.
That's so big.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so that's the
That's
kind of
beautiful.
stuff that happens. And the whole, yes, we're there. We have a trained certified prevention specialist who oversees the beginning part, the 40 minutes that's like group counseling and peer-to-peer mentoring, or peer-to-peer counseling. And then we have mentors there who work with the kids while the kids are taking turns riding. But the horses do the magic. And our job is to just stay out of the way and let the horses do the
Let
magic.
the horses do what they do.
Yeah, exactly.
And I felt that when I was there. I mean, no one was giving me any kind of therapy when I was out at your place. I was just being in the presence of the horses
Right.
and just petting it and just being at peace with it and just being in its presence. And I felt energy.
Yeah.
I actually, and the energy was 100% positive.
Right.
It really was. And because I've only been around horses maybe a couple times in my life. And I can't even remember last time I was around a horse, probably 20 years ago. So I didn't know what to expect coming out to your place with all the horses and the kids. But I felt I didn't want to leave them.
Right. Right.
And if you remember, I was actually petting that one horse that had a heart, a shaped heart on its head. I actually got a post on Facebook. So it's a dark horse and it had a pure white heart on its
That
forehead.
horse's
Really?
name is Braveheart. Well, they call it Heart for short.
Heart-
Probably
yes!
because of that. Yeah.
Oh, that's too cool.
I was mesmerized. I was just, and she was like, okay, Kent, like, let's move along. You're showing me all the barns and the horses. And I was like, I just want to pet this heart on the top of the head of his horse. It's amazing.
We tell the client, we actually have most of what we do is the children's program, but we also have another program where we help clients in recovery. So the center is our client, and they bring them out in groups of 8 to 12. And it's an hour program. There's no riding. It's all on the ground. But one of the most complimentary things I've ever heard a client say is they come up to me and they say, this is the most at peace I've felt since I've been sober.
Wow.
Nice.
And that's
Very nice.
a
Wow.
large thing, a big thing they struggle with is anxiety. They say we're either rehashing the past or rehearsing for the future.
Right.
Yeah.
And I tell the clients, these horses care about two things. Number one, can you be present emotionally and physically with me now? And number two, how are you going to treat me? And I've had more than one client say, I wish the world was like that. They don't care about your genes. They don't care what you've done in the past, or you've been arrested, or how long you've been clean. None of that matters. It's can you be here and now? Because they'll know instantly if your body's there and your mind is 100 miles away. Again, they don't trust you. They know it. They feel it. And how are you going to treat me?
That's nice.
Isn't that a lesson to learn in life?
Yeah.
The pure essence of recovery, having a relationship is, I don't care about what you did in your past and the future. Let's just be present right now in the moment and just love each other.
And that's so hard for a lot of us
It's
to be
so
present.
hard to be present. Are you kidding me? Alcoholic, drug addict, to be present? What does it even mean to be present in the moment?
Some people
My
don't,
mind
they,
races.
Well, they don't
right?
know how.
They don't know how.
They
They've
haven't
never done it.
Right.
They've
exactly.
never done their whole entire life.
And getting back to the kids program, that's what the whole preface of why I started this. I basically my mom died when I was 24 of liver disease, but when I was 14, she was diagnosed with 6 months to live. So that last 10 years, every day, I was like, she's gonna die. My aunt raised
10
me,
years, you're like, is mom gonna die
and my
today?
aunt raised me. Yeah. So it was horses and mentors that took me through that. But as I got older, my husband and I, we had made a ton of money, lost a ton of money, and even after growing up poor, I realized after I made and lost that money wasn't it. I think
Right.
Tony Robbins says this, I felt like my ladder was up against this huge building, and I got to the top and went, wrong building.
Wrong building.
Wow.
Wrong building.
That's deep.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's deep.
We've been
That's
there.
deep.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I
Wrong building.
I decided to help these kids, and I came up with this concept, and no one had ever done it, and everyone thought I was insane, and that's okay. But so basically, we started it, and these kids cannot. They see their parents, and they say, "I'm never going to end up like my parent." But to understand the cycle, you understand, number one, they have the genetic predisposition, and then they see that behavior, and unless it's replaced by something else positive, big
Replaced.
brothers, big
Right.
sisters, HHH, something,
Right.
then they just keep watching it, and
Right.
then when those stuffed feelings come up, they want to numb them, and how do they numb them? They numb them with drugs and alcohol,
Of course.
unless they've learned
Of course.
another way.
Of
So
course.
that's why it's a generational cycle. So our goal is to
Yes.
get in there and show them a different way. They've never seen two people argue and not beat each other up. They don't understand that you can just have a conversation.
Wow. They don't even know what a healthy relationship even looks like.
A lot of
Healthy adult interaction even looks like. And that's why it's so important to deprogram and reprogram through this process of Horsing Healing Hearts. And that's the power of this. So when we come back after the break, we're going to hear some more amazing stories from Liz that actually might almost bring you to the tears of a couple people who actually went through this process that she actually told me. So wait till you hear a couple of these amazing stories of these young kids and the brokenness of adult alcoholics and drug addicts and the healing essence of animals in recovery. Stay tuned, My Recovery Radio.
Okay, sweet.
So you're not
Nice segment.
No, no
Let's
problem.
see. So Jenny's on from Canada. Hi, Jenny.
Liz, you can here.
You just like hit me
Okay.
on the
Yeah, I'm gonna go have some
Great
lunch.
topic.
Really?
Yeah,
Let's see
I'm
what we
a
got
born
going
alcoholic.
on. It does
Both
wonders.
parents, grandparents. family
Beautiful
tree,
story from
you know,
Gina. Hi, Gina. Thanks.
drug
Yeah, well,
addicts.
they
and-
say geneticism, I don't know if that's a word, loads the gun, and then the behavior. that
Shannon's
you see
praying
over
for everyone. That's awesome.
They told me not to drink. I was like, you guys are doing it. I
Kentucky.
gotta try it. All my friends were doing it, so then I started doing it. Big mistake. Big mistake.
Very cool.
It's huge.
Cool.
So we come back, it's going to probably be about 48.
Okay.
So we'll have about a good 9 straight minutes again.
Okay.
So if you want a couple,
So I'll
again,
do the
maybe another story,
Right,
maybe some
of the
more
women's
tools.
group with.
Hey, guys. Where are you guys watching us from tonight? That's my question to you. While they're figuring out the next segment, where are you guys watching from tonight? That's my question for you. All right, so hit
Where
us
are
up.
you?
They can't
I'm
see you,
here.
AJ.
Where are you?
The AJ. The camera's this way.
You can be aware too if you want to hear. Exit is
It's
at
flipped
50.
on you.
Where are you?
It's
You
flipped,
cannot-
AJ.
You can't see me.
No, they can't.
So-
Okay.
Hold of you.
Okay, so let's see.
Get your-
Great topic. Let's see what you guys got going on online while we're getting ready for the next segment. Okay, Jenny, this is the first I've heard of this. Fascinating and interesting. Cool. Jill, Kansas, thanks. Who else is on here today? Let's see. Beautiful story. I'm scrolling through your comments. We don't have a whole lot of comments tonight. Let's see what you guys got going on. Matt joined. Cindy O'Connell is on. Stacy says Stacy Pepitone says what an amazing ministry. That's
Yes.
cool.
Yep.
Anthony Acampara says you are a moose. You moose, Kent.
Moose?
Moose.
Moose?
Says that.
Moose.
Woo.
I don't know about a moose.
Todd Nielsen says looking good, Kent.
Horses, not moose. Horses.
Oh.
It's about
Thoroughbred
horses.
over here.
I
Thoroughbred
was
over
thinking
here.
Moose.
He called you a filly.
A filly.
Phil.
1 minute.
Catherine
One
Betancourt,
minute.
Southeast Florida. Cool. Oh, Jenny's in Quebec. Montreal,
Yeah, I'm a
Quebec.
Bronco.
Nice. You're a not
Denver
today.
Broncos, baby.
Today, don't brag about that. None of us can.
No.
None of unless we're Patriots fans
No.
or Steelers fans. Go Pats. Not. Never Patriots.
Cowboys
sorry.
I'm still going for a Pittsburgh Steelers.
Me too. Definitely.
Falcons Super Bowl.
Wow.
Okay. Steelers,
That would be
Falcons.
interesting.
Falcons Steelers.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
30 seconds.
Okay,
Cool.
back to recovery. Boop.
All right. Switching gears.
20 seconds.
Countdown. Go Pat. Oh, Catherine says go Pats. Sorry. Hey, Catherine, not for nothing. I'm a Giants fan. Not for
10
nothing. I'm
seconds.
just saying. Go Pack. Okay.
5.
Okay, JoJo, no more football.
Okay,
2.
let's go. Bring it.
Got engaged though.
Welcome back to My Recovery Radio, my friends. I am Kent Paul, your host. So blessed to have another day clean and sober. First of the show, we had the recovery dentist, Dr. Jamie Alexander, on the show, talking about all the important essence of the power to recover fully and the amazing significance in oral dental health. That was first of the show. You can contact him. He has a banner on my website, myrecoveryradio.com. Just click right there, Jamie Alexander's banner. You can go right to them, or go to Facebook at Recovery Dentist. Right?
That's absolutely correct.
All right. Now back into the featured guest, the keynote guest of tonight. Her name is Liz O. She is the founder of Horses Healing Hearts. And really excited to hear more essence of the power of this. I was out there a couple of days ago. I experienced this myself, guys. So I'm telling you right here, looking into the camera on Facebook Live and all over the world, this is the real deal. This is the real deal, guys. I actually didn't only just see the children interact and witness the therapy session and then them on the horses. I felt something personally. I had an experience.
Nice.
Yeah.
I had an experience with a horse.
That's beautiful.
And all I did was pet it. And I felt something. I know as weird that is, but it's like, oh, the horse whisperer and all those kind of things. I never really understood the power of horses until I went out with Liz a couple days ago on Horses Healing Hearts and actually physically sensed it. Now I'm a believer.
That's beautiful.
So tell us more, a couple more stories.
Yeah, so it's interesting you say that because this therapy is really good for clients in recovery or really anyone who's blocked. We have one of the stories I like to tell, one of our very first groups that came out, a women's group, and there was about 10 of them. And typically what we'll do is we'll say, build something in the arena, and there's cones, there's poles, all kinds of different things they can use. Build something that looks like recovery to you, and then take the horse in, through, around, whatever. And the whole concept behind this program we do is evidence-based, experiential, and it's about what they bring. We can have so many perceptions of what something metaphorically meant, but it's not about the facilitators, it's about the client. So they took these two end pieces and put the pole in the middle, and the pole was only like 4 inches off the ground, not real high. And we had a mare, a female horse in there, and so they started to try and get the mare to walk over the pole. And that it became pretty obvious that the horse didn't want to walk over the pole. They're behind pushing on her, and then they get the idea, well, we'll go in front, we'll get grass, and they were trying to bribe her. And so as they're standing in front, we're looking and going, okay, where they want that horse to walk, they're standing. Like they're in the way, and then it hit me, codependency. Like,
Right.
Enablers,
Enablers,
and then they got the grass, and the horse was sticking her neck way out, but she was not stepping over that pole. So I look at my co-facilitator, Rhonda, and I'm like, in my mind, that pole's sobriety. That line is sobriety. They're enablers. The grass is, look, I'll get you a car if you get sober. I'll pay for your education if you get sober. And that horse was taking it all, but not stepping over sobriety. So we kind of watched for a minute. Well, all of a sudden the horse starts looking, like turning her head back and completely looking towards us. And I'm not saying like 3 times she did it. She did it like 18 times inside of 5 minutes. Wow. So much I look at Rhonda, I'm like, is something wrong with that horse? Have you? And she said, I don't know what, I don't know. I've never seen this before. So we gather the clients together, we start the process, and we ask the clients, what do you think out there? Well, they kind of had the same metaphorical thoughts as we did with the pole and sobriety and all that. And I said, what was this? And I mimicked the looking back because I didn't even want to say looking back and like ruin the language in case it meant something else. And they looked and they thought for a minute, and a few minutes later, the one girl raised her hand. She goes, I know what it was. She said, my therapist told me this morning, until I stop looking into my past, I'm never going to be able to go to the future.
Wow. Look at that.
There it is.
Wow.
So we get
There's the golden nugget right there.
That's
Chill
amazing.
bumps all the
Chill
time.
bumps.
And
Wow.
there's one exercise we do with an egg where they carry the egg, and the egg is their character default, and we put it on a spoon. So they're holding the egg with a spoon and then leading a horse. And it's such a metaphorical representation of how we have to balance our character defaults in life to get through this path. And, at the end, we talk about it. And how do we carry it and balance it? And what if we drop it and we pick back up our character default? Nobody said you had to pick up the egg. Why didn't you just leave
That was
the
not
egg there?
instructed. That was not
Right,
instructed
yeah.
to the kids.
So, no,
Right.
this is the adult
Oh,
program.
this is the
I'm
adult
talking
program?
about, yeah.
Okay.
So there's so much metaphor behind this, and one woman,
Yes,
she was
yes.
watching the 2 horses interact, and she noticed that one horse wouldn't walk unless it looked at the other horse first, and then walked.
Wow.
And a week later, she wrote Rhonda, our therapist, a letter and said, it hit me after I left there that's what I do in my marriage. I wait to see what my husband's going to do before I react. And those 2 horses were emulating it. So what we find is that when you're out there, you're so into the horse that your walls come down
Yeah.
and your
Yes.
life shows up.
Right.
And it's not, those defenses
Wow.
aren't up. It's
Wait.
Walls
Say
come
that
down
again,
and your
Liz.
life shows up.
Say that again. Say it again.
your walls, your defenses, your walls come down and your life shows up.
When you're with the horses,
Wow.
your walls come down, so therefore your life can show up.
That's amazing.
Your truth is exposed and shown, so you can address it and heal it.
That's incredible.
And you don't,
Wow,
you don't
recovery right there.
You don't get so defensive because you're seeing it and your light bulb goes off. It's not a therapist sitting in four walls and saying this is your problem. It's you seeing it and then having that aha in your own light bulb. And it's not us even telling you. We give feedback and we say sometimes it fits, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
But sometimes we just ask a question and they go boom. And for us to be able to see that light bulb moment, I feel blessed. I mean,
Right.
I wouldn't tell the well, if any treatment centers are listening, don't listen, but I would do this for free because I like it so much. But I'll deny, I said, is this recorded?
It is
Yeah.
recorded.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is recorded. This is
And
live
it's
all over the
live,
world
so
and
yeah.
recorded.
Absolutely.
The work
And
that we do
Facebook
takes
Live.
A lot of work. No, but we do enjoy it, and we feel blessed. I look at Rhonda and I say we have the best job in the world because to be a part of this for these clients and to see them hit this aha moment and be there when that change happens, it's humbling.
Yes.
It really is humbling.
Yes, deeply
Yeah.
touched. So how many different age groups are there?
Well, in the kids program, we have elementary, and then we have middle and high school in another group. So we hold about 5 groups a week.
So junior high and high school are together? Or
Correct.
Okay, so elementary is one group.
Right.
Junior high school and high school is another group.
Correct. But
Okay.
we hold multiples of those groups.
Oh, multiple
Yeah,
other
we
groups.
don't we
Okay.
don't want more than say 8 or 10 in a group because
Oh,
of the
right.
we want the good interaction.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah,
And this is done like every Saturday, is that
every
right?
Saturday, and then the first Saturday a month we have mentors, a mentorship program.
Okay.
So and then we also do the program for the clients in recovery. We have a vaulting team.
The
kids-
adults, you're saying, the adults.
Yeah, the adults for clients in recovery. That is all on the ground, no writing, but that brings in money so that the
Mhm.
net proceeds of that fund the kids program.
Yeah, and this is a nonprofit
It
organization.
is, yeah, we're a 501c3, been around 7 years, and we actually, if you don't mind, I'm gonna plug an event. we
Oh,
have
yeah, no,
coming
go
up.
ahead, plug
Okay.
the event.
So we have our 6th annual White West that's happening in, at the National, Wellington National Golf and Equestrian Club on February 24th, which is a Friday. And if you just go to hhhannualbenefit.com, you can get tickets or sponsorship info. We also are selling calendars, which would be a great purchase if I think they're $20 on our hhhanonlinestore.org. That would be another way for somebody out of state to be able to support us. That's
Oh,
a
I
great
see,
idea.
okay, okay.
So people always ask, how can we help? Of course, hhhusa.org, that's our main website where you can make financial donations. Treatment centers, if you're out there and interested in hiring us for equine therapy for your clients. You can
Okay, so
reach
treatment
out to
centers
us.
out there, they can incorporate your program in their program.
They can.
Right.
It's an experiential therapy that, in clients' recovery, there are a certain number of experiential hours that they need to fulfill.
Oh.
So horse therapy is considered an experiential therapy. So.
And the therapists that are in your organization out there, they're licensed therapists?
Yes, exactly. Well,
Okay.
we're licensed in the model. It's a EGALA. It's evidence-based. It's used in 49 countries. It's
Wow.
basically the gold standard for equine therapy.
Equine therapy, yes.
Mm-hmm.
What's the definition of equine therapy?
That's an interesting question. You'll hear it. You'll hear
Well,
it
what's
explained in a lot of
what's
ways.
your definition?
It's
Oh, in about 30 seconds, I'm sorry.
okay. Basically, it's using horses to help people get through problems. So we use equine facilitated learning for the kids and equine therapy for the adults.
Wow, so amazing. So just one more time, any last advice you want to give people out there who do want to use animals, especially horses, for their own recovery and essence of healing? 20 seconds of last
Yeah,
advice.
I mean, I basically say the children of alcoholics, the amazing benefit they get from these horses is just, I'm in awe every time. If you want to reach out to us and learn more about it, www.hhhusa.org. We'd love to hear from you.
Liz, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for what you do,
Oh, thank
period.
you.
Not just being on the
I
show
enjoy it.
tonight, but what you do in the world, an essence of healing
Thank you.
and recovery. I mean, this woman has a special place in my heart because she is helping the children, and the children are the victims. They really are.
So the silent suffering.
They're the silent suffering. And thank you so much, Dr. Jamie Alexander. The recovery dentist was here, and that is our broadcast. And then, love this doctor. And this show was sponsored by Dr. Jamie Alexander. You can contact him at recoverydentist.com or click the banner on my website, myrecoveryradio.com. If you want to hear this show, it's going to be recorded on podcast by tomorrow. Go to myrecovery.com and click and share. If you want to purchase my book, you can order that as well. It's called Power from Pain, right there on my website as well, along with my story and my bio. Please follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Also, all the podcasts of all the shows are there on the website for your enjoyment and also for your healing. You can listen to those shows 24 hours a day right there on My Recovery Radio, guys. If you want to donate to this cause, this is self-funded. There's a donation tab on top of my website, myrecovery.com. If you want to hear certain topics or comments or testimonies of your own journey of recovery, please email me, kent@myrecoveryradio.com. In closing, my friends, please always remember, whatever pain and suffering you are going through, there is hope. Recovery is real, and you will find real stories of real people with real miracles of healing right here on this show. We walk this journey together, guys. We are never alone because we are victors. We are not victims, guys. Only the children. Let's be victors together in recovery. God loves the broken because there's more pieces to work with and more chances of miracles. In God's love, all things are possible. Everything we want is just on the other side of fear. Have courage. Never give up. Keep going, guys. We can do this together. We are family. We are a team. I love you. We are here together. See you every night, weekdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on My Recovery Radio. We are the chosen. We have the gift. We are recovery warriors.
Sweet. Okay.
Woo!
Nice. Thanks, guys. Hey,
That work for you?
before we get off, we just have
That work
one
for
quick
you?
question
Great.
for you.
That worked
That was
for you?
We
great.
have one quick question for you, Liz.
That's great. Thank
Gina
you.
wants to know
Good.
where she can make a donation.
I like that. Mark.
www.hhhusa.org. Would love it. Thank you.
Okay.
And then
Okay,
right
say
here, Jamie
goodnight.
Alexander. Roy, don't go away.
Okay.
Again, if you want a dentist in South Florida, Jamie Alexander, the Recovery Dentist. Click the banner on my website, myrecovery.com. Click his banner, or just go to his website. And website is?
RecoveryDentistry.com.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, look at this guy right here.
I know. We love that guy. Anyway.
Awesome. And say goodbye to AJ.
Jay.
Later, guys.
What's up?
Thank you for joining us, and we're glad we could be here for you.
Yay.
Call him back.
Okay. Bye, guys. Night, night.
Bye, guys.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Okay.